educational technology. I spent a lot of time in Silicon Valley, and I've been to many very innovative schools all around the country. Casual observer. I'm thinking, how could anybody achieve anything great with that absence of passion? And you know, how happy is he going to be with his career? So when this came up, I thought, wow, this is incredible. And we were tracking him toward Thomas Jefferson High School in STEM, and he passed the exam for that. We immediately switched over to Arlington Tech, and he just loves it. It's probably not for everybody because of the learning styles that fit there, but if your son and daughter is the type that really appreciates participating in things and learning by doing and seeing practical applications of their academics, this is just an incredible environment. We've been very happy, and my son is now getting up with the first alarm, and he just shoots out the door and has his breakfast, and before we're trying to wake him up with cold water and you know, all kinds of warnings and pleadings to get him out of bed. Now it's just shoot right out of bed. That says a lot, and kudos to the staff there for putting this together. I feel like it's a kind of a closely guarded secret right now, so it's a good time for you all. If you, and 5 years from now, it might be very tough to get in, but right now, you know, if your son or daughter wants to apply, I encourage you to do that.
When you come to the Career Center. So now we're going to have our presenters come up, Catherine and Michael and Kobe and Barbara and Dorothy. I'm sorry.
You said something really awesome before when he was talking about Arlington Tech. Do you want to kind of say that for me? Yeah, I love what he says.
Well, in elementary school and middle school, he was getting mostly straight A's, but he had absolutely zero joy in any of the learning. He was really sarcastic about it. He really didn't enjoy 1 minute of it. So when this came up, it was just like the light bulb went off for him, and he is totally into it every day. He bounces out of bed, whereas before we had to pry him out of bed and threaten him and constantly throw cold water on him and all kinds of stuff to get him up in the morning. Now,
cadets here who are welcoming you, and you've seen them at school board meetings, and they display the colors, and they represent Arlington Public Schools very well. So,
student and the parent perspective, and I know this is a difficult question to answer, but to the extent that if you think about what you're going to do after you graduate, what do you envision yourself doing? What do you envision your children doing?
Tech is what was referred to in years past as the model. We now use the term career tech because the idea is that career tech classes don't trap our students. Career tech classes empower our students to make informed decisions about their future because they're actually getting work-based experience while they're still in high school. So in the long run, I think it saves parents a lot of money and because they're actually getting, you know, internship experiences, industry lab experiences. I mean, you need to come to the Career Center to see what our labs look like. They are industry standard labs. And our students by senior year will all have a capstone experience. Will actually be able to go out into the workforce, into the work site, and actually apply what they learned. And then make a decision about their future. What do I want to do in college? Oh, I actually know what it's like to be an engineer. I actually know what it means to design, you know, a building. I actually know what it means to work on you know, anatomy, on an actual, you know, they go to the cadaver lab. They actually take and they do physical therapy. So they're actually making very informed decisions about their future.
Another question on that, going to college.
we're level 4.
We're at level, yeah.
Hello, thanks for coming to High School Information Night. It is 8:15, therefore the first session can end.
The CTE component, that technical class component, is really kind of adds the STEM to Arlington Tech. And Eric Healy, our assistant principal, he's going to talk, and Renee Harwood, they're going to talk a little bit more about that.
awesome. Thanks.
That they would at a comprehensive high school. So they're all on track to earn the advanced studies diploma, you know, through their high school experience. So they're in, you know, a math class, a science class. Their elective classes are those CT classes that Ms. Harvard and Mr. Healy talked about. And the freshman choices, they took like a rotation, so they got to experience some of our courses, and then they'll get to be able to really have the true elective and decide where their interests are. Arlington Tech students are in the unique position position to explore more than one of these. They can take 2 of these. Throughout the high school experience, they're going to take like 6, maybe even, it depends on how long they go in a foreign language, et cetera, but they can take more of these CT courses than they would if they were at a comprehensive high school.
After high school and then college, I would like to become an architect or engineer.
After high school, I was planning to go either into the Navy or the Marines, and afterwards get out and go into aerospace engineering.
Like Michael, I've always been into architectural drawing and interior design, and I'm definitely getting a big taste of that with one of our engineering classes. We use AutoCAD to design stuff, and then we print it out on 3D printers during class, and so getting to use AutoCAD early on was really great for my sort of ideas and stuff.
So you don't have to be a big like nerd to go here. It's mainly like, I guess that you're willing to try new things. That's the big thing.
But there'll be a designation to indicate that they've been to Arlington Tech. So, and with dual enrollment, our students actually have the opportunity, it might be a misconception, dual enrolled students can actually sit for the AP exams. So it doesn't preclude that they wouldn't be able to take the AP exams because they took a dual enrolled course. So it's like the best of both worlds, because you take the course, you pass it, you get an automatic college credit. You take the AP exam, depending on the score, you might get, right? Yeah. So it's just a double win.
One more question, I'll
If you don't mind, yeah. My name is Margaret Chung, and I'm the principal at the Arlington Career Center, also Arlington Tech, our newest program, which we are so excited to be able to tell you about. I wanted to kind of set the context so that you understand where Arlington Tech is located. We are at the Arlington Career Center, which is primarily the CTE or Career Tech Ed Center for the school district. We have approximately 900 students that come bus to us throughout the day. And we have 4 full-time programs at the Career Center. We have Academic Academy, Hill Institute, Program for Employment Preparedness, and our newest program, Arlington Tech. So Academic Academy is for students who, for whatever reason, find that the comprehensive high schools are not for them, whether it's the classes are too large, or they have anxiety, or they really want to, they may be struggling to recover credits, but they're here, they come to us for a variety. We also have our newest program, which we are so excited to share with you. Arlington Tech, we have our parents and students here who will be happy to answer your questions and will be part of the presentation. I got one more. I forgot to introduce my staff, but I'll come back to that. Teen parenting is also located at the Career Center. It's like a virtual city. I mean, it is. We have everything there. And we are so happy to have our daycare there, and we have our students who are our teen parents, many of whom are across the district, but also located at the Career Center. I am here with our fabulous staff. Ms. Renee Harbour, our assistant principal, Mr. Eric Healy, our other assistant principal, and Catherine Steinmetz. She is our coordinator of Arlington Tech, and she is here now to tell you all about it. No? Mission. Oh, mission and vision. She keeps me on track. So our mission, yes, our mission is to instill a passion for learning by doing, because it is really by doing the work that our students develop a passion for what they do and what they learn. And you will soon hear that directly from our students. And it's great to hear how learning has just come to make sense for them, because now...
Hello. Arlington Tech. A lot of people ask, well, what makes Arlington Tech different? And really what distinguishes Arlington Tech is how we do school, what the learning experience is like. And our focus is on project-based learning. So the idea around project-based learning is that we're giving students an opportunity to be inquiry learners or discovery learners in the context of a project. And this mimics real life. This mimics what a professional does in their job. And it doesn't matter what industry you're working on. In so many professional settings, you're asked to do something that feels kind of like a project. And one of the first things you do is you go figure out what you know and what you need to And so you go do some learning. Maybe the learning is finding resources in your office or finding resources in your job or, finding people or that's what our students do in a project-based learning experience. And so instead of coming to class and being told, we need to learn this today, take out your notes, I'm gonna show you one way to do it, go home, remember it for the test. Our students come to class and we say, hey, we have a project, we have a task, we have a problem. Let's look at this together. Let's figure out what you already know about this. Let's figure out what you need to know about this. And then I'll collaborate with you to find those resources. And so the students work together to make those, to identify those things. They're being empowered through that to find the resources, to seek out the learning. And that question, why do I need to know this, doesn't come up because they're the ones asking teachers for lessons. They're asking teachers for workshops. You've given us this project. Well, I figured out I need to know this. Teach me about it, please. That comes up. That hasn't come up for a lot of our students in a long time. So we're looking for that information, just like a professional who wants to do well at their job is looking for information within the context of a project. That's what our students are doing in a project-based learning experience. So this is our inaugural class. So this year we have this brand new, so this is our first year with students. We have 49 creative students this year from all across Arlington, so represented from all the middle schools, from all the districts within Arlington. A diverse group of students who were really brave to kind of come into this program for the first year. And they're in a large part influencing what this program can become. So two of our students, Alice and Kobe, are willing to share their experience with you, which is awesome, because they'll say better things than I can say.
I'm Alice Buckley, a student here at Arlington Tech, and I want to start off by saying that the reason I decided to go to Arlington Tech is because I wanted something new and exciting and different than your typical mainstream high school. And I don't regret the decision. I really like it at Arlington Tech. And I really like it because you don't go in for a lecture, take your notes, study for the quiz, and then come back the next day ready for the test. You go in and the teacher sort of hands you a loose project, says, okay, here's what we got to do today. This is going to last however long the project is going to last. You can integrate whatever you want into the project to make it sort of blossom into your final product. And that's what I really like about it, because I can sort of use my creativity and ideas into what I'm learning, and we're using what we learn and applying it immediately to what we have to figure out for the project. And I really like it. And the staff too. I really like all my teachers. And in a regular high school, you might like your teachers and have sort of like a favorite, but at Arlington Tech, I really like all of them because they're all so passionate about what we're doing. They love our projects. They want us to succeed. They're like, okay, you've got this idea. Do you want to integrate something new? All right, let's work on this and figure out what we need to know. So yeah, I really like it.
Hi, my name is Kobe Morrow. I'm also a student at Arlington Tech. School's a lot different from your normal average high school experience. First off, one of the big things is you're only going to have 4 classes a day. You're going to see them every other day. But one of the biggest things for me was I'm a wrestling and football player, so I go home to Yorktown every single day to do practice. So when I get there, I often hear people complaining about how much homework they got, how boring class was, how annoying the test was. And I don't really feel that. I was working out of body, I was drawing up stuff in engineering. It's just a different experience you'll get. One of the biggest things, projects I'd like to share with you is when I first got to Arlington Tech, first day, I had TV production. So I went in there and he handed us a project saying that NASA wanted us to make a video falsifying a landing on Mars.
And how they get there. And not every student gets there in the same way and at the same time. And again, we're trying to identify real learning experiences that are valuable to students.
Honestly, it has been a year of enthusiasm and aliveness. He goes to school eager to learn, and that's relatively new for out of those classrooms and feel alive with that information. It laid flat in the books and on the paper. That is not the case at Arlington Tech. It is a
luck to be part of the lucky 40 students who are part of the inaugural class here, and the program is still kind of under the radar. So you all have a great opportunity 5 years from now. It'll probably be very difficulty getting into Arlington Tech, but right now.
Yeah, we will have plenty of time for questions. So the application process, I want to just end with the application. We like to give our students lots of choice in how they do things. Parents complete the APS Pupil Transfer Form, which is a hard copy form that needs to be completed. It is in your packet, if you got your packet coming in today. I have hard copies, so you need to grab them, it's online, and they talk about the enthusiasm of our staff, but it's really the enthusiasm of our community behind this program right now. And that, you know, I used to teach here at Washington Lee, like I've been in education, but it feels really different. And we have two of our parents to share their experience with you as well. So Dorothy and Ken.
Thank you. My name is Dorothy Blagrove, and my son is a freshman at Arlington Tech this year. And this first couple weeks, months. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ken Barczyk, and I'm in the educational technology field, so I spent a lot of time in Silicon Valley, and I've been to a lot of innovative schools as a casual observer. And when this opportunity came up, I thought, wow, right here in Arlington, you've got to be kidding me. I don't have to spend $30,000 a year in tuition sending my son to a private school to get this kind of experience. It's really innovative, and they're doing a lot of the things that I see talked about in some of the more creative education institutions.
Our site, most things. We're not asking for college essays here. We're just asking students to share a little bit about why they'd be interested in this learning experience. We just really want students to think about it and think about whether or not this is the right fit for them. The academic requirements, it is including the cumulative 2.0 GPA, that's from their 8th grade academic classes. And then also that the completion of Algebra 1 with the verified credit by the end of the year. So that either that or a math class above Algebra 1, they need to have that to come in.
And really any of the comprehensive high schools, as you heard Margaret say, we bus approximately 900 students to us every single day. So we have 4 different disciplines in which our students gain both high school and college credit among completion of that course. And one thing that, so for example, if they take architectural drawing or engineering drawing, they can take the AutoCAD certification at the end of it and be certified in AutoCAD. And we have a lot of opportunities for that. Aviation, they can earn their private pilot's license at the end of the course and take aviation. So this is in our engineering. And then our IT and digital media, we offer cyber, the only place in Arlington that our students can take it. And we also offer computer programming and advanced topics. And you can see, so like this young man, for example, actually earned, was it 30 dual enrolled credits. He earned 30 college credits by the time he finished at the Career Center. So we're very excited about the opportunities there.
Thank you. So Eric, one of my other roles is I am actually the director of counseling. So fields the courses that we're offering. The animal science, and it used to be called advanced animal science if you had older students here. So we have animal science and vet comes to your call. When you call 911, you're like, oh my God, is that my so you're just really proud as you're going through your medical emergency. We have community science, our health and medical terminology.
So what we will do with our projects at the start of them is we will get like a group contract, and we can all like put our phone numbers on that, so if we need to contact each other outside of school to get together and work on it, we can. Most of the work we do is inside of our classes. Sometimes our teachers will give us full class periods dedicated to just that project.
Is that true? Parents are not driving kids around a lot,
Yeah, since you asked from the parents' perspective, I find that, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, the homework load is a lot lower than their peers in other schools. And the way I look at it is, and this is one of the reasons why we didn't choose Thomas Jefferson High School, I'm sure it's a wonderful school, having our son stay up past midnight, till 1 or 2 in the morning, several nights a week, it didn't seem like it was that valuable of a learning experience to me. And I'm certainly no expert, but in my job, and I think in a lot of other people's jobs, they're really not trying to solve problems by working late at night, cramming and that kind of thing, just regurgitating sort of the information back again. So I feel like the experience that Mike and the other students have there is much more valuable for
I will introduce Catherine Steinmetz. She's our coordinator of Arlington Tech.
So Arlington Tech, brand new this year, so we have 40 students this year. We're really excited about it. What really distinguishes Arlington Tech from a traditional high school experience is the way that our students do school, the way that they learn, and filing that away. Like they're, seeing how a professional would be asked to do something, would have to figure out how to do it, to learn the theory behind what they need to know, to learn the academics behind what they need to know. I'm going to teach it to you one way. The students are coming to class and they're saying, I have this awesome project that has a real customer. Let's figure out what we know about this. That's some resources. The Career Center is a huge resource for us. The lab spaces we have, the CTE course offerings. So when we have all the information they need, they're leveraging their teachers, they're collaborating with their teachers, they're collaborating with each other in this project-based learning experience. Yep, okay. So this is things to tell you about the program that I could do myself. So Alice and Kobe.
Hi, I'm Alice Buckley, a freshman at Arlington Tech this year. And I want to start out by saying that I decided to come to Arlington Tech because I was looking for something new and exciting, a little bit different than your typical mainstream high school. And that's definitely what I got. I love Arlington Tech so much. And it's different than normal high school because you go in and you go to your different classes, but they're all sort of intertwined, and you can add some of your CTE class projects into what you're working on in science or math or history. And you're not sort of listening to a lecture, taking notes. The teacher gives you a project and says, all right, here's the basic idea / layout, and then you can integrate whatever you want into the project to sort of make it expand, and so that your final product is really your best work. And that's what we do. We mix into little groups, and we work collaboratively for a few class periods to produce our final product. And it's really great because we're using our aspects of learning and sort of like using what we learned through our project immediately after we learn it through the project. So we're applying our knowledge through the projects rather than just sort of taking it in and then leaving it and then coming back to it for the SOLs at the end of the year. Be like, sure, let's do it. Let's figure out the best way to do this, and let's see how we can make this your best product in your final project. So I love Arlington Tech.
Differences at this high school is that you notice that I only see 4 of my classes, and I only see them every other day. It's a big one. But the worksheets they have from homework, how boring a class was, how boring a test was, and I guess I really don't know that because instead of doing that, I'm working in an auto body shop, drawing up designs and engineering. So to tell you about one of the projects I did is this was actually the first project of the year. It actually took up most of the quarter actually. So we came into TV production. He sat us down, he handed us a slip of paper from NASA asking if we could falsify and launch to Mars. And I was luckily appointed floor director, making sure everything ran smoothly, all the equipment was working, all the actors were ready, and it was really a fun time. That's really all I have to say. Thank you.